Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this note, let's begin. So, this video, I titled it "So You're Interested in Agriculture." Yeah, I know. You know, see, in the last like 4 or 5 years, I've heard people say a lot about, oh, I'm interested in agriculture, how can I be involved? And it's always like, but I'm not ready to plant though, I can't be a farmer. Nobody's asking you to be a farmer. There's so many ways you can be involved in agriculture without actually farming. For example, you can be an advocate. So something happened recently and we discussed it in class. And this was what happened. So a political figure said something about farmers. He said that it takes if I remember correctly, he said that all it takes to be a farmer is to be able to put some seed in the ground, and it's God that makes it grow. So it doesn't take so much to be a farmer than it takes to be an engineer. So you need more brain, like you need to be more intelligent to be an engineer than to be a farmer. I mean, that was funny, because farmers are magicians, literally. Like, you have to ensure the seed grows the way it ought to grow. You ensure you get your yield so that you can get like your money back. You think it's a joke? So then we started discussing it in class, and my lecturer was like she said, when I saw it on the news, I was so angry. I was like, it won't be just listening to it like this. I'm angry for all of us. And she was basically saying that, I mean, how dare you say stuff like that about farmers? And I understand where the person is coming from. We have a lot of traditional farmers, okay? And even if you're practicing traditional farming, you cannot say that. You can't say that to a farmer because a lot of effort goes into pre-planting season. You have to prepare your ground. You have to ensure that your soil is ready for cultivation. Okay, you have to prepare the kind of seed you're going to plant. These seeds are expensive, especially if you plant hybrid seeds. Oh god, you're going to spend a fortune. Okay, spend a fortune in order to ensure that whatever you plant is able to resist insects and pests, and then still grow and give you the money you invested in it. You're going to have to invest money in harvesting, labor. You understand? People are going to help you with harvesting. You invest money in getting your product from your farm to the market. So you're going to invest in logistics, okay? You're not just investing in logistics, you're investing in people. You pay people, do you get? And if you're an urban farmer, which means like you have like social media presence, or you're interested in agriculture, using tech in agriculture, agri-tech, okay? That means you're going to invest in some websites. Somebody is going to be involved with your social media handling, and you're going to ensure that people get to see what it is that is happening on your farm. All those things take time, effort. Do you understand? You're doing physical labor and you're also doing mental labor. What do you mean by you don't even need much sense to be a farmer? Do you even have sense at all? Ask yourself. So, I mean, that really brought us to discussing a lot of things in my class. And my lecturer said that we have little or no advocates in the world right now. I'm like, that's true. But where I come from in Nigeria, we have quite a number. Shout out to all the youths in agriculture in Nigeria. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Wale Ojo. I'm giving all of you shout outs in this video because you guys have been such a good support system. I'm talking about Mr. Tomiwa. I'm talking about Farm Republic, I'm talking about Elizabeth. I'm talking about Amanda, Elizabeth is always representing the youth at climate discussions at the United Nations. Amanda is doing so much in Kenya, for women in agriculture, generally for youth in agriculture, advocating. So in agriculture, we call advocacy, we call it advocacy because advocating in agriculture. So we have quite a number of people who are involved in that in Nigeria. Okay, they're always making noise. When I say noise, like they're always ensuring everybody hears about agriculture, involvement in agriculture, investing in agriculture, all the way, to legislative level, ensuring that legislators put farmers in mind. We need good roads, we need good policies that support the produce. So it's not just planting. There's so much more that goes into that planting. There's the community, and yeah, we have agro media too. Same as Agropreneur Nigeria, they're doing the same. Ensuring that people get to know about the things that are happening in agriculture and people get to invest. So it's not just planting. Do you understand? So I told her, I said, we have Agropreneur and the rest of the crew, and they're doing well. We have many more coming up in Nigeria. She was like, yes, but then we still don't have enough, which is true. We do not have enough. And this is one of the reasons why I started this channel, talking about agriculture. So back to how I started, and people will be like, oh, I want to join agriculture, I want to be involved in agriculture, but I don't want to farm. That's fine. Is there a farmer around you? Meet with them. How can I invest some money in this? Get the contracts, and if I have like 2 million naira to spare, or whatever currency you have to spare, and then I want to invest in your farm, what's my cut? There are a couple of investment plans. So at Farm Republic, shout out to Farm Republic, Oyinda Ola Ashaju. So Farm Republic has that platform, where you can put some money and invest. It doesn't matter whether you invest in naira or dollar, they have the capacity. And they're working with Ondo State governor, like the government of Ondo State in Nigeria, to ensure, so it's not fake. There's another one, Thrive Agric, they also do that. So there are a lot of platforms, and then some of these Cowrywise, Piggy Bank, and a lot of investment platforms have farms where you can invest your money, pineapple farms, plantain farms. So invest, put your money where your mouth is. Yes, you can't go to the farm, your money can go. Me no fish out, but my money can't talk. Yes, let your money do the talking. So you can actually invest, and you can create content around agriculture like what I'm doing. Create a YouTube channel. You have a degree in agriculture, do something about it. Make some noise. You're an OAP, on air personality. You have like a radio channel or a radio station, or you work for a TV station. Put the agriculture talk there. Youths are getting involved in agriculture. Youths are starting their own farms. Youths are okay. For example, we have something prolific. Shout out to you too. We have doing the virtual agriculture thing, like vertical planting. So you don't plant horizontally, you plant vertically, and they're doing that backing up with science, research, technology. So it's not just farm. So we have a lot of youth who are putting their knowledge of technology into farming. We have a lot of people who are getting involved in agriculture without going to the farm. I was working as a content creator for an agri company, and yes, the company also had a sister company where they were investing so much in seeds, ensuring that farmers get premium seeds that they need, in order to, that's Agropreneur Nigeria, by the way, in order to ensure, and they have like Seed Hub, where they allow farmers, like they sell seeds to farmers, and all because they just want farmers to get the best so that you can make your money. It's not just about them making money, but it's like bringing premium seeds to farmers, and they're not farming. It was until later we decided to plant some of those seeds on like the office, like farm space, just like a demo farm, so that when people come around, they'll be like, oh, the seed you're talking about, yeah, this is the green pepper, this is the yellow pepper, we have the cucumber right here. So this also attracts people to come see. So you're not just selling the seeds, you're seeing what you're selling right there. And we weren't really farming. We weren't farming. We're just really doing other things in agriculture outside of farming. So the things you can do, so you want to get involved in agriculture, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, if you have money to spare, put it. Insurance. Farmers need insurance. Are you an insurance broker? Help farmers, look for things to do to give them some form of security. Farmers run into major losses depending on the climate change. Sometimes it rains longer than it's supposed to rain now because of situations, global warming and all. So some farmers actually lose their produce. So because of flooding on the farm, sometimes they lose everything. Farmers need some form of insurance. What are you going to do for them? Okay. If you're a content creator, help your farmers. You understand? Partner with local farmers. Local farmers need partnership. That is like very important. Yes, we know big companies like big farms, but what about the local farms that are just selling to your local market, ensuring that there is food stuff in your local market? These farmers need help. They need some form of security. You can get involved. You're an investment insurance broker, get them some insurance, let them know, orient them. You can hold seminars. You like to train people in businesses and all that. Yes, you're an SME trainer, good for you. Train the farmers too. You understand, the farmers need help. Then if you're a tech person, what's that basic thing you can do for the farmers? Oh, a farmer in your community that has a big farm, okay, but it's not quite educated. Don't go and cheat them. Don't cheat them, but at the same time, use your skills. You have drones. Yes, can you help with area photograph so that you can help, which can be put on like a website so that people around the world can know that something like that is happening, and just help. Yeah, if you want to get money, like you want to make money, tell them to pay you for your services, but present something tangible to them. Don't take advantage of the fact that some of them are old and they farm traditionally, and then you just cheat them. There's no point. Do you understand? The farmers are involved in ensuring that food security doesn't like food security is at the point where we want it to be. Do you understand? So we're in 2020 right now. In 2050, that's in 30 years, the population of the world is going to be at 9 billion. It's going to be double of what we have right now. So people are going to eat. If we have more people, which most likely will be more youth by that time, we're going to have more youth by that time. They're still going to eat. They're not going to live their day drinking juice. They will need food, because the future of work, people will be doing more of mental work, so they will be starved. Like, people will be hungry. Do you get what I'm saying? So hungry people need food. So the future of food will always be prevalent, irrespective of the economy, irrespective of technology or whatever it is that's changing in the world. People need to eat. Do you get what I'm saying? So if in 2050 the population of the world is twice what it is right now, I think people need to pay more attention to sustainable food systems. You understand? So if you're a legislator, you have a friend in government, talk to them about these things. If you're a policy maker, make good policies for farmers. Some farmers have to pay more in taxes or whatever than carbonated drinks, or they pay more, or generally the agricultural industry pays more than the carbonated industry, or whatever it is that they call them. So yes, I'm passionate about this thing. That's why it's paining me. So yes, let's really just get involved in agriculture in our own way. And also, another way you can get involved in agriculture, directly or indirectly, is eating exactly what you can finish. When you go buy things, don't buy things in order to throw them away. Statistically, people waste more food than they eat. Yes, we say there's food insecurity. Yes, because we don't have even distribution of food. Some people have more food, some people have less, and those that have more food always dump majority of their food in the trash bin. It doesn't always have to be like that. Eat just enough, and if you cannot finish your food, look for the people around you that don't have food. Give them, don't poison it. Give the people around you food. People need food. Give them food. Okay. Yeah, I know it's your money. You can do what you like with your money. Well, give people food. So don't waste them. When you're eating, eat as much as you can per time. Eat the portion you can finish. This helps you to just to have a consciousness that this shouldn't be wasting. Some people are starving. It's not your fault. You're not the government. You're not the one making decisions. You're not the reason for their loss. You're not the reason why they don't have money. But be considerate enough to ensure that you're not wasting money. On this note, we have come to the end of So You Want to Be Involved in Agriculture. Are you sure? You're just thinking because you want to make fast money. And the final thing I would say is, in agriculture, you don't make your money immediately. It takes years. So are you ready to go long term? It's not Yahoo, okay? You can't make that much money immediately. But with consistency, And partnership is very important in agriculture. With partnership, consistency and an attitude that would make it work, you're gonna make your dough. If you have questions or whatever, let me know in the comment sections, and that will be the end of this video. Enjoy. Bye. Like, share, subscribe, tell your family members. That's what's up. Bye.